Welcome back to Formula V. For the 13th season running, we're returning to the old Rome circuit for the season opener. Here, making its debut 8 seasons ago, this 3.17 kilometer circuit has had some changes over the years, but the lap record has not yet been beaten and currently stands at a 1.1.712. Here we go for season 13.
Verstappen puts on pole position with a new track record of 101.6. What a great lap from him. So we have green flags, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. As lights out and away we go. Great start from the pole sitter. Great start from Tino all the way from P4 into P2 now. As we head into turn 1. 3 right. Let's see if they can make it out alive. As you see the Ferrari on the inside of the Alpine. The Alpine gets spun around. Tino into the wall. Lyte and Majimbo struggling for places. And there you go in the midfield. 4, 5, 6 cars getting spun around. So we see Acid avoiding all the chaos and actually gaining a lot of places right there. What a, and there you go, safety car got called as expected. So we see the top 4 not changing at all. As we see Lyte and Jimbo heading to the pit lane, changing their tires after not really losing anything going into the pit lane because they're already in the back anyways. Champ 7 still leads. Champ 7 controls the pace for the restart. He will slow down the back, and there he goes, second to last corner. Let's see if everybody followed closely. Good reaction times from the guys in the back. Let's see if they can make it clean into turn 1 this time. We see the Mercedes on the outside of the Haas. And he gets spotted by the Racing Bull of Jimbo. What a horrible move by him. It must be a penalty.
I saw that. What the fuck was that?
Then we see Tino on the inside of the Ferrari, trying to regain the place he lost after getting put into one turn around, and he makes it stick. What a great move by the Mercedes.
Alright, back to you guys up a little.
Everybody will fall into a rhythm now as you see the William duo following closely on the Ferrari, and behind that the Red Bull of Acid.
Just like
another lap goes by and Tino is edging behind Apple. Curses. Can he take advantage of a slower downforce setting? He is alongside. Surely he gets the move done, and yes, he dive bombs into the double hairpin, overtakes Apple and gets back into P3.
picking up a Ferrari here, heading on to lap 8. Anthony is feeling the pressure from Versa, who's been behind for a while here, and now he's going to send a dive bomb into turn 1. Let's see what happens here. Anthony gets pushed into the wall, and through goes the other Williams of Robert. That's Anthony losing 2 positions to 2 Williams right now in that one corner. Let's see what happens on the straight here. He does look like he has more curves than Robert, so he gets past him. He's going to try to attack Versa into the double hairpins, but going side by side. This is going to be close here. On the exit here, Versa leaves just enough room for Anthony to squeeze past between the wall and himself. There's Robert trying to get back as well. There's a little bit of contact, but they managed to keep going. Picking up of Acid right behind this whole fight as well, trying to maybe pick up a position on Anthony as well. Anthony trying to re-attack Robert into the banked corner here. Robert going a little bit wide there, but manages to stay in front of Anthony. Let's see if Acid can also capitalize on this situation and get past Anthony on the main straight. He does use the curves earlier, gets past Anthony for now, but does Anthony have anything to fight back with? He does. Sends it down to the middle of the track, gets past Robert as well, almost Versa. He's saved up a lot of curves there, so now it's Anthony through on Robert, retaking one of those positions he lost. Now we're going to go side by side onto the pit straight. Once again, it's just a battle of who has more curves. Acid and Anthony are side by side. That's Fancy as well, getting past. That's 3 wide into the double hairpins. This is not going to go well. And that's Acid sideways, but he manages to keep going and doesn't lose any time.
So we see Acid closely following the S and pushing him through the corners. Stuff going slowly in these corners. And he pushes him into the wall, that loses momentum. Still tries to go for the overtake, uses all his energy. As we see the Mercedes doing the same thing on Anthony, going past. Let's see if he can keep the position, and he seems to do. What a great move by the Mercedes, going into P10.
I'll send it.
The Mercedes of Lyte, who still needs to pit, is closing in on Fancy. Tino is exiting out of the pits. Versa goes in front of Tino, and Tino takes the inside, actually dive bombing and making the move. Tino is ahead of Versa, followed by Fancy and Lyte.
I'll try my best to get...
Out of the S goes Tino, followed by Monkman. Monkman tries to dive into turn 8. Can he get the move done? Monkman oversteers in the exit of the corner and he still gets ahead of Tino.
Did he pit already?
Yeah, he must have done.
Important maneuver by Monkman. Versa on degraded tires, hits the wall but still keeps going.
And there goes Versa into the pits, which will now free up Monkman and Tino, who are barreling down into the double hairpins here. Tino's got some extra speed here compared to Monkman. He might think about a move here, and I think that's a pretty easy, solid move, which is all worrying for Stappen here in P1, who will really need to put a safe distance between himself and Tino in P2, because Tino has been on some great pace here, and he is on the charge to win this race.
Stappen still in P1, but the gap keeps getting smaller and smaller as we see the Mercedes going for a move on the Alpine for P2. Into the hairpin they go, and Monkman keeps the position and Tino has to settle for P3.
1.5 seconds in one lap. Is he doing fast laps?
Lap 23 now, still a big train of cars now, P5 to P10. So we see Versa on the outside of Apple now, into turn 1. Can he make the move stick? He does not. Apple survives for another day. Let's see if they can get back side by side on the... As we see Lyte now on the inside of Fancy. And Versa also goes for the move now into the hairpin.
Oh, he's scaring at everything.
Let's see if they can make it clean. They can, but Apple has to back out.
Let's go, Versa. Good move.
That backs him up into the cars behind, so we'll see how that will pan out for him. As Lyte and Fancy are still side by side now. Before the S's, let's see if... And he curses to get in front. That should be the move for Lyte now.
Okay, let's get the old Ferraris.
See the Ferrari of Anthony now on the back of Acid.
He's like a fucking terrorist.
Oh, and he gets crashed. Acid gets crashed out.
Yeah, that's
and Lyte capitalizes on that actually and gets past Anthony as well. Back into P7 now for the Mercedes. On the back of the Ferrari and Williams in front of him.
Yeah, he's really slow on the straights. Or he's like backing me up, I don't know what he's doing.
Apple trying to get past Versa, but does not have enough boost.
Short shifting is insane.
Yeah. He's going to be really good.
As Fancy and Lyte are battling for position still, but Fancy does not have enough curves to make it work. See if the Ferrari of Anthony now can try to attack the Alpine. Yeah, but Versa did the most dirty fucking move ever. What the fuck? As Asset now surprisingly gets side by side with the Ferrari.
Yeah, they wonder why I said that.
Oh, this is gonna be tight. And for an amazing dive on from the Red Bull. As we see two cars now, and Fancy crashed out the Red Bull. That's gonna be a penalty surely for the Alpine.
Yeah, you.
I'm trying to drive, but it's gonna go. I see the clouds moving.
As we see Apple and Versa now slightly pulling away from the Mercedes.
So I'm catching up to the both of you.
The Mercedes is trying to keep with the two cars in front.
Defense, literally.
I have no idea how I'm here, to be honest. My pace is fucking woeful.
Yeah, amazing pace by the Williams and the Ferrari, both of them.
P20 to 7th, bro.
As the Ferrari tries to get back past, but again, it doesn't seem to work out for him.
Oh wow, you guys got me on this shit.
Ferrari's trying to get past Williams.
You guys are just too fast on a straight for me.
Picking up with the other Mercedes of Mr. Tino here in P2, now takes the lead of the race on the straight just before the double hairpins. Stappen isn't really far enough alongside to be defending here or anything, so we'll just let Tino go here with the overtake. Robert as well, trying to get past Stappen, which he will, right even before the straight. So that's Stappen already down 2 positions in this. Now that's Monkman as well trying to attack Stappen, so this is going to be very close. Into the banked corner they go. Monkman is through on Stappen now. So it does seem like Stappen is lacking a little bit of pace or is struggling a little bit. Clearly struggling to keep up with the 3 people ahead of him right now. He's lost 3 positions just in the space of 1 lap. Picking back up with Mr. Tino in the lead. The rain is starting to come down now. As you can see, Robert gets past Tino for the race lead right now. Stappen trying to dive bomb Monkman again into turn 1, trying to do whatever he can to rescue a position here. Monkman gets a way better exit out of that corner here. So Champ Stappen will already be starting off on a back foot here on the straight. Let's see if he can answer back with anything. Monkman moves towards the inside, takes a defensive line, realizes he doesn't really need to, returns back to the racing line, and that is Champ Stappen down from 1st to 4th in a matter of 2 laps.
There, you know.
Alright, picking up a few laps later here, the rain has come down, so the track is in full wet conditions, which will make it very slidey for these drivers here. And what's worse is we've got a train forming here from P5 Fancy down to Mercedes P10 of Lyte here. Robert and Apple are going side by side. It is very hard to keep the track on the road in these conditions here. You can see Robert going a little bit wide there. We've got 5 cars now on this straight, barreling down into the double hairpins. There'll be Robert going side by side with Fancy, thinking about a move, but 2 Ferraris as well. Acid joining the fight from the back as well. Lyte having a good view of this whole carnage going down in the double hairpins from behind. Robert slightly into the wall. Nothing too big though, manages to keep going. Apple trying to fight that position as much as he can.
6th.
Anthony sends a very, very brave move down on this little straight here into the chicane. Manages to stop the car and makes that move stick. That was very risky, but very clean as well from him. Lyte in the back, trying to catch up to this pack, just a little bit behind them. But as you can see clearly, well over half of the race distance already, and the cars are separated by nearly nothing. So this is going to be an interesting fight to the end. On the last lap here, Mr. Tino still in the lead, but we'll see for how long. He has reported that his tyres are in critical condition. You can see he's going very slowly. That's Monkman first to take advantage, takes the lead of the race. Mr. Tino's going very slowly through his corner, and Stappen actually puts him into the wall here, losing 2 positions in the final sector of the race. He has managed to keep going. He's down to 3rd, but Monkman takes the lead of the race and looks like he's on to win it. Stappen down in P2. Mr. Tino salvages what he can into 3rd. Versatile rounds off just behind the podium in 4th. Fancy 5th. Anthony finishes up in P6. Robert right behind him in 7th. We got Acid and Lyte coming down as well. It's going to be close to the line. Acid takes 8th in the end. Lyte into P9, and Mr. Brian finishes off the point scoring positions with P10.